Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So nice to see you all. Nice to be with you again for another exciting reading of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Haribo.
Haribo. Canto 4, Chapter 25, Text 29.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 29. O greatly fortunate one, it appears that you are none of the women I have mentioned, because I see that your feet are touching the ground. But if you are some woman of this planet, you are like the goddess of fortune, who, accompanied by Lord Vishnu, increases the beauty of the Vaikuntha planets. Also increase the beauty of this city by associating with me. You should understand that I am a great hero and a very powerful king on this planet. Purport. There is a difference between demoniac mentality and devotional mentality. Devotees know perfectly well that the goddess of fortune, who is the constant companion of Vishnu or Narayan, cannot be enjoyed by a living entity. This higher sense of understanding is called Krishna consciousness. Nonetheless, everyone wants to become happy by imitating the prosperity of Narayan. In this verse, Puranjan states that the girl appears to be an ordinary woman. However, since he is attracted by her, he requests that she become as happy as the goddess of fortune by associating with him. Thus, he introduces himself as a great king with great influence, so that she might accept him as her husband and be as happy as the goddess of fortune. To desire to enjoy this material world as a subordinate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is godly. The demons, however, want to enjoy this material world without considering the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the difference between a demon and a demigod.
Thoughts? Anything you're going to say?
Well, anyway, it's just interesting. It reminds you of modern day, like, young lads who think that they got something to offer and that the woman will be benefited by being with them, but they don't realize they ain't got any qualifications.
Okay. That's your extraction from that paragraph and purport, or verse and purport. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Next paragraph. The word bhuvisprik mentioned in this verse is very significant. When the demigods sometimes come to this planet, they do not touch the ground. Puranjana could understand that this girl did not belong to the transcendental world or the higher planetary system because her feet were touching the ground. Since every woman in this world wants her husband to be very influential, rich, and powerful, it's pretty every woman. Anyway, Puranjana to seduce, since every woman in this world wants her husband to be very influential, rich, and powerful, Puranjana, to seduce the girl, introduced himself as such a personality. In the material world, whether one be a man or a woman, one wants to enjoy. Yeah. A man wants to enjoy a beautiful woman, and a woman wants to enjoy a powerful, opulent man. Every living entity who possesses such material desires is called Purusha, an enjoyer. Superficially, it appears that the woman is the enjoyed and the man is the enjoyer. But internally, everyone is an enjoyer. Consequently, everything in this material world is called Maya. Okay, now that's a very interesting purport, highlighting a few things. Pulling a lot on the intimate attraction between man and woman and what kind of drives that. What did it say? Since every woman in this world wants her husband. There was a place where it described what a man wanted.
Yeah. A man wants to enjoy a beautiful woman.
Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, so a man wants to enjoy a beautiful woman and a woman wants to enjoy a powerful, opulent man. So these are not absolutes, but in principle, I would say they're general and probably appeal to the mass majority of people. So that's there. And then also the fact that Prabhupada then goes on to talk about that every living entity who possesses such material desires is called Purusha, an enjoyer. Now we understand that Krishna is the original Purusha, and we often also say that Krishna is the only Purusha. He's the only enjoyer, and we are all the enjoyed. He's the only masculine energy, and we're all feminine. So often we all say that ultimately we're all females in the spiritual world because we're the enjoyed, not the enjoyer. But it's an interesting concept and statement because actually we're all parts and parcels of God, which means that God is Purusha and we are also therefore miniature Purushas. So we're miniature enjoyers also. But our enjoyment ultimately comes and is satisfied by being enjoyed by Krishna. So as enjoyers, that's how we actually enjoy on the spiritual platform. But as Prabhupada said here also, that it's the nature of everyone to want to be happy and to want to enjoy. That's a standard, that's kind of a given. Everyone wants to enjoy in some way. Even if someone wants to enjoy by being miserable, still they want to enjoy.
Yeah.
So that's, Anandamayo Vyasat, we're all pleasure seeking. So it's some interesting thoughts in here.
All right, text 30.
40.
Certainly your glancing upon me today has very much agitated my mind. Your smile, which is full of shyness but at the same time lusty, is agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. Therefore, O most beautiful, I ask you to be merciful upon me.
At least he's nice, gentleman.
Purport.
Bit of a player, but still gentleman.
Everyone has lusty desires within, and as soon as one is agitated by the movement of a beautiful woman's eyebrows, the Cupid within immediately throws his arrow at the heart. Thus one is quickly conquered by the eyebrows of a beautiful woman. When one is agitated by lusty desires, his senses are attracted by all kinds of vishaya, enjoyable things like sound, touch, form, smell, and taste. These attractive sense objects oblige one to come under the control of a woman. In this way, the conditional life of a living entity begins. Conditional life means being under the control of a woman, and certainly the living entity is always at the mercy of a woman or a man. Thus, living entities live in bondage to one another, and thus they continue this conditional material life, illusioned by Maya. It's interesting that you see it says everyone in the purport, everyone has lusty desires within, and then it says as soon as one is agitated by the movement. So the point is like, you know that saying, don't wake a sleeping bear. Is that the saying? Isn't it? Don't wake. What's the saying?
There's a saying, let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, dogs.
But there is something, I guess.
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, don't poke the bear. That's one. If someone knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, so let sleeping dogs lie.
Well,
So
I think that is a different kind of insinuation, but yeah.
the point is...
What is the point?
The point is this. That, everyone can get pushed to a point where you can be real evil and hurt someone.
My God, okay.
Or
We're going all evil.
Or like it says here, lusty desires. It doesn't mean, oh well, it says in the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says lusty desires, yes, so I've got to fulfill them. No, you don't have to poke the sleeping bear. You don't have to wake up the dogs, as it were.
Who let the dogs out?
In other words, as Prabhupada is doing with what his books and that, he's trying to get you to crawl out of the dark well towards the light. And then you kind of like don't, when you're in the light, you don't see the darkness. So it's like, to the degree that you pull yourself out and remain in the light of knowledge, realization, some gyan, some taste, then the darkness, it doesn't have any effect because it's light. Like Prabhupada says, when the sun comes out, the darkness is dissipated, it's not there. So it's just interesting that for Puranjan, he's definitely deciding to poke the bear, as it were. He's not walked away, and he hasn't like, oh my God, red flag, look at this woman. Yeah, I know she's beautiful, this and that. I better go down this river and not walk down that river because I'm going to be in trouble. No. If anything, he is trouble. Quite frankly. I find it quite, like where, your smile, which is full of shyness, but at the same time lusty. Well, are you justifying your desire for lust by projecting onto the woman, quite frankly? Agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. Well, then step aside. Why the woman can't be there and do what she needs to do? Step aside, isn't it? That's what I'm going to say.
I doubt it, but that's interesting. Okay. The next paragraph's a little bit long.
Let's call it a day.
We'll wrap it up there. We'll keep it short and sweet. We've given you enough to think about over these couple of verses. And any comments, please share.
Like.
Subscribe.
Comment.
All right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.